Hello, today we're going to look at how to replace the start and stop switch on the Satellite and Meteor machines in both Mark II and Generation 3. And we're going to have a look at a couple of different switches that have been on these machines over the years as well. So you can see here on the latest version we have a start and stop switch without the silicon boot. And this is because this switch is sealed in its own right and it doesn't need the boot on it, which is quite an advantage. And this one here has the boot. So when you're replacing the switch, you'll get a new switch that looks like this one here, and they both look exactly the same on the side and how they're constructed. You see the contact blocks on the back and the light module in the middle. And you might wonder, firstly, how do I get this switch apart? So it's very simple. All we need to do is lift this little tag here. So I'll do that now. I'll lift it and the two halves come apart. So you can see there's two halves. Obviously this half goes in the front and that goes in the back. So to replace the switch, all we need to do is pull the lid off here, and then we need to loosen this screw off here, which may be a little bit tight to get to with the wires coming out, but just push the wires aside and you can undo that screw. Once that screw is loose, then you need to reach around behind and pull that tag down. Sometimes that is down below and it's hard to get to, but if you use a flat blade screwdriver you can get down and push it like that, pull that tag down and the front comes off. Once you've got that out, and then you need to put the switch back together. Now the first thing we need to do when we're assembling a switch is make sure this jacking screw is in this position here. We don't want it to be wound all the way in like you can see here. That'll make it hard to get together. So first thing is remove or wind this screw out till it's just poking through here. Then we need to put the front of the switch in and check to make sure the orientation is right. So you can see there's a slightly different shape there that lines up with that. Make sure it goes together, put that into the back and put the front into the front and click it together. Now you'll hear it click, and then you can give the front a yank, make sure it doesn't fall back out, and just to verify that locking mechanism has dropped in. Once you've got that sitting in there, you'll notice the switch is still loose in there and you need to tighten this screw up until that switch is now firmly in place. So that's how you replace the start and stop switch in the Satellite and Meteor machines.